Nicki Minaj arrested for drug possession in the Netherlands. Man, relax, people. It wasn't no drugs. It was herbs. It's called weed. That marijuana, that shit that we be smoking that they legalizing all around the world. Yeah, that shit there. Rapper and pop star Nicki Minaj was arrested. Now they found drugs in her luggage as she tried to board the plane for a concert in England. Now because of this, they postponed her concert, right? Now she apologized for the concert postponement in the speech before fans and concert goers early Sunday morning. She said, I love you. I'm sorry this happened tonight. That's what she told her fans. That's the video that she put on X, Twitter. I still keep calling this shit Twitter. I don't give a fuck about them changing their name. We so used to saying Twitter, it's going to be hard in a long time before I can remember it. She said, please, please, please accept my deepest apology. Nicki Minaj, it was weed. Now, what we do got to do is stop making mistakes in these other countries. You see what happened to Brittany Griner. She was over there hanging on by a tooth and a nail, by a needle and a thread, and we had to do everything to get her back, all because she had weed in her luggage. I done learned my lesson from watching all you motherfuckers out here that's crazy and wild and got bigger balls than me. I'm not playing with these other countries. I'm only going to countries where they would allow me to smoke my weed, because I got to smoke. I don't do hard drugs like y'all. Some of y'all, I'm sorry, not my listeners. You know what I'm saying? Some people out here are doing hard fucking drugs, fucking their life up. And I don't do that. So I deserve to be somewhere where the weed is legal. I ain't got to worry about the police pulling me over, fucking with me about a weed cigarette, instead of trying to catch the trap house around the corner that's selling crystal meth. You know. But the reason why they ain't worried about them, because a lot of the police that's riding around in squad cars, they doing dates. They dating prostitutes that do meth. Instead of trying to help them change their life, they sticking their thing in them. But let me get back on topic. But anyway, yeah, that was the first topic of the day. Nicki Minaj, she got busted with some weed in her luggage. They gave her fine. She paid the fine. Everything gonna be all right. It just made the news because she's a millionaire, and she's a public figure. People like to gossip and get in people's business. Some of y'all know more about your neighbors than you know about your own self. Y'all so nosy, watching them going in and out of the house, paying attention. Now, not too long ago, we had that Ocean Gate shit, right? Where those people went down and they died and lost their life trying to go down to the Titanic in that boat. Do you know that it's a billionaire planning to dive down there again? This is fucking crazy. I don't know why people want to play with God. Want to play with something that they can't control. I'm only putting myself in predicaments where I got some type of control. Not saying we can control everything, but some level of control. You have no control in that ocean. That ocean is God's and the world's territory. Ain't no man can battle it. You only make it out of there unless you're destined to make it out of there. That means that's what I always believe. I don't care what nobody else believe. I believe God got to want you to make it out of there, and you got to use your willpower combined with him wanting you to make it. Most people go lose their life. Now they saying if done correctly, we can demonstrate worldwide this type of exploration and submersible is safe. Billionaire Larry Connor said. An Ohio billionaire is preparing to launch a voyage to the wreckage of the Titanic buried deep under the sea, less than a year after the Titan submersibly catastrophically imploded on its descent to the infamous icon, killing 5 people. Now, Larry O'Connor, real estate is tech entrepreneur and explorer who's been to the International Space Station. He got a lot of money, basically. He's a rich motherfucker that want to defy his odds. Now, keep in mind, the last people that was on that Titan that went down and died, they was rich too. Money ain't gonna save you for being a goddamn fool. When you doing shit that's fucking crash dummyish, I don't care if you got the most money in the world. It ain't gonna save your life when you deep under that water and can't nobody get to you. That's just what it is. But we have people out here in life that are fucking daredevils. We call them repeat offenders. They like to do stuff that they know is going to end with the same predicament. And no matter what, they still do it again. I made mistakes. I ain't perfect. One thing about Legend of the Coming Show, I can tell you about my mistakes and about my greatness. But that's something that you don't continue to do once you learn and get aware of your problems and your downfall. You don't just repeatedly set yourself up for failure. And I feel like that is what this man is doing, trying to go down here to the deep of this ocean again. It ain't no amount of money in the world that you can pay me to go in the motherfucking ocean. I mean, just to go in there, period, now with all the shit I done seen. I'm scared of that shit. I don't know about y'all. I'd rather be involved in a shootout with guns. Well, I got a gun and they got a gun. I take my chances like that before you drop me off in the ocean. That's a little bit too much for me. Okay. They had a Mississippi family that fears retaliation from carjackers caught on home camera. They say it's not safe. Now, this is what happened. It was a family in the front yard with their children inside of a vehicle, right? And some motherfuckers pulled up and carjacked them, ambushed them. Now, this is the thing. The family's so scared, they said, we have to get out of here. It's not safe, especially not now with all the news and the stuff, because their picture is getting out here, and I'm afraid they're going to retaliate. See, they haven't caught them yet. They haven't caught the people that did this shit. I don't look. Only way they will retaliate and these people will feel so scared like that if they know these people. If you don't know your attackers and it's just some random attackers that carjack you outside your house, you ain't got to worry about them coming back. Trust me. The motherfuckers hiding and laying low hoping they don't get caught, knowing they going to go to jail. But if it's somebody you know or something that happened, I believe this is something that happened between these people. And that's why they carjacked. They know these motherfuckers and they scared. And I can understand. But guess what? We living in the country right now, but we got to defend the fort. God damn it, like the army, like we in Saudi Arabia, you know what I'm saying, back in Desert Storm. If somebody come to your property where you lay your head and you pay your bills and that's your comfort zone, you protect that motherfucker for your dear life. You fire that thing up. If you ain't never had a gun, you better go to gun school, get some shooting classes and get your license and be ready to defend your home front. We got to do that. We cannot run and abandon where we lay our head. That is the American dream in the American way. That is the time in your life where if you've ever been scared and a coward in your life, you can't do it. Not at your house. If you run from your house, let me tell you something. You're going to run from everything else in your life. You'll never be able to stay nowhere. Don't ever run from your house and you're in the right. Unless you done did something to somebody and you're a rotten, quick fucker with people. Yeah, you need to move. But if you're a regular, innocent motherfucker, nah, you don't let nobody move you out your shit. Now, Alien is a resident of Jackson, Mississippi, where she says crime is out of control. She says worse than Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi. Now, I did hear, but one time I was talking to a couple of guys I know from Jackson, Mississippi, and he told me it was called Jacktown. I said, what's that Jacktown? He said, we jacking. They robbing everything down. I said, damn. If one thing niggas can't do is create negativity and new names, how you name a city, Jackson, Mississippi, to Jacktown? Just to change it to a war zone. Now, the lady said they just walked onto her property and started shouting at the family saying, get out the car. She said she threw her hands up and one of them grabbed her daughter, jumped inside, put the gun in her older daughter's face, and she said her son got out. She told me, run, get into the house. And that's when she go to the back seat to get her grandkids. She had her grandkids in there. Oh, these motherfuckers gotta be on drugs. These are not no regular robbers or carjackers. These somebody on strong, hard drugs to carjack somebody with grandkids and everything in there. Now, the carjackers were between her daughter, and they would go back and forth, like, calling saying, give me the keys, give me the keys. Her daughter was saying they in the car. And then that's when it dawned on her that she had her keys around her neck. So she said she took the chain off and gave it to them, so they can get out the yard. But the family security camera caught everything on tape. Man, that shit crazy. And according to a local report, just 40 minutes after, another carjacker was on another street. So these niggas is just on a carjacking mission down in Jackson, Mississippi. I remember when Jackson, Mississippi was supposed to be a laid-back country town. Boy, niggas know, we know we can fuck shit up. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about the bad black people in the race, not the good black people. So I'm always saying this on my show. I'm not stereotyping nobody. It's for the entertainment purposes only, it's for laughs. I just like to have fun. But yeah, niggas, they can fuck it up.
She can get low, she can get high. She's so sexy, she's so fly. Working her hips, rocking her body. Them other girls lame, she can get naughty. Work, work, work it, girl. Twerk, twerk, twerk it.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. More people are moving out of California than any other state. You want to know why? Because it's expensive as a motherfucker to live in California. It's a beautiful place. Oh man, I want to live there so bad, but I'm moving to Vegas, in the near future. Whenever I get to Vegas, I will let y'all know I think my next destination is going to be New Orleans first, and then it eventually will be Las Vegas for sure, because I'm going to be doing a lot of performing at a bunch of the comedy clubs in Vegas and California, and I'm going to let y'all know, be on the lookout, be on the rise. I'm in your face so y'all can be in the place. But anyway, the rent, the cost of living in California is a motherfucker. I mean, they just charge you just to say that you're in California. Some of the shit that you will see in the prices is just fucking ridiculous. The gas be $7, $8 a goddamn gallon. Just for no reason. Just because you're in California. That's why so many people are leaving that motherfucker. They realizing that they can go in other places in the country and thrive and be successful. California is destined for stars and entertainment, and they fucking that up so bad that people are doing that in other places now. You don't have to go to California to be successful no more. You can go to Idaho, Nebraska, New Orleans, Missouri, New York. I mean, it's several preference of places that you can go, but you got to have a plan and a strategy and lock down your fan base and build your brand. See, people don't want to work. But anyway, back to the thing. More Californians are searching for out-of-state homes. They're getting out of there. They're running away. The states with the most significant inbound and migration numbers were primarily located in the southern United States, with South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, and Texas seeing notable increases. People are moving down south. Everybody moving down to Memphis, Houston, South Carolina, Florida, Atlanta. That's where they going, because they realize, damn, look how cheap the rent is down there. It's the catch and the difference. When you get to a lot of these places, you might not make the same amount of money. It just depends on what kind of job and what kind of career you got, really, where you moving. That's what you got to put into play. Don't just move somewhere because you see it's cheaper rent. You got to get down there, and the most you can make on a job is $500 a week. So hell nah, you moving into poverty. So you got to look at everything around the area that you're going to know how you're going to make your money, how you're going to save, and how you're going to progress differently from just being in California. But motherfuckers are running out of there. Even the billionaires are leaving there. They just running their businesses from there. And they going to other places where it's cheaper to live. And then, because you don't have to be in a lot of places to make money, if you didn't know that. Take your time, sit back. Stop, being lazy with your life. There's some things that you can do, listening to the Legend of Comic Show, that can make you some money, and you don't even have to be there. Just take your time. Sometimes we moving too fast, and we be stressing and struggling, and we don't even realize that. But that's why I'm here. I ain't here to just make you laugh. I'm goddamn here to, uplift you, incite you. But what I know, I can share with you. You just tune into another motherfucking episode of Legend of Motherfucking Comic Show. Do something with yourself. Do something with your life. It just might be somebody one day, Nicki.